Hello everyone, how are you? I will convey to you today's important developments. And I'll look into what might be on the map. If you want the war to end, I would appreciate it if you like the video and comment. Don't hold back your support and let's show our stance. Explosions in occupied Shakhtarsk, Donetsk Oblast. 12 destroyed tanks. The explosion that occurred in occupied Shakhtarsk in Donetsk Oblast destroyed 12 Russian railway fuel tanks on the evening of the 26th of October. Quote from Andriushenko. Shakhtarsk, Donetsk Oblast. The aftermath of cotton, Russian propaganda, initially refusing to use the word Vyzhyrev, explosion, used lepak, a bang, instead. However, lepak also means cotton, and this has since become a meme, burning on the railway. As you can see, not only 12 railway tanks with fuel were destroyed. There were also carefully hidden freight cars in which something was transported for the needs of the front. That's a definite loss for the occupiers, and positivity for us. Details. Andriushenko published a video of the aftermath of the strike. It shows damaged tracks, burnt and punctured tanks, which are still leaking liquid, probably fuel. Background. Around 21:30 on the 26th of October, after several explosions, a large fire broke out near the Postnikovo railway station in occupied Shakhtarsk, Donetsk Oblast. Fuel and lubricants were burning. Slovenia says Russia, dirty bomb, claim used old Slovenian image. Slovenia said Wednesday one of the images Russia used to claim Ukraine as planning to detonate a dirty bomb was an old photo of smoke detectors taken in Slovenia. The photo used by the Russian Foreign Ministry in its Twitter post as an IRAO, Slovenian Nuclear Waste Management Agency, photo from 2010, Dragan Barbutovski, an advisor of Slovenian Prime Minister Robert Golob, confirmed to AFP on Wednesday. He added the picture had been misused and used without the knowledge of IRAO. Moscow said Monday that Ukraine had nearly completed developing a dirty bomb, after Russia's defense minister in calls with NATO counterparts claimed Kyiv's forces were planning to deploy the weapon. According to the information we have, 2 organizations in Ukraine have specific instructions to create a so-called dirty bomb. This work is in its final stage, Lieutenant General Igor Kirillov said in a statement on Monday. The statement was illustrated with a picture posted on Twitter showing Ukraine's alleged capacities to create the dirty bomb, and included a bag with alleged nuclear waste and the word radioaktivno, radioactive, in Slovenian. That picture had been used for professional presentations for the general and interested public as an explanatory material, by IRAO, the head of the Slovenian agency Sandy Vršik said in a statement. He added the objects in the bag were smoke detectors that are subject to general use, and didn't contain any of the radioactive materials listed by Russia in its tweet. Slovenia, a former Yugoslav republic that joined the EU and NATO in 2004, has a nuclear power plant in Krško, near the border with Croatia, and all the nuclear waste is safely stored, according to IRAO. Australia to supply Ukraine with 30 additional Bushmaster 4x4 armoured vehicles. Australian soldiers will join personnel deployed from New Zealand, Canada, and various European countries already helping to generate additional capacity within the Ukrainian armed forces. Since the beginning of the war, Australia has provided Ukraine with about $655 million in support, including $475 million in military assistance. In April 2022, sent M777 howitzers and Australian-built Bushmaster protected mobility vehicles by Ukrainian-based cargo aviation company Antonov Airlines. This latest airlift follows the Australian government announcements on the gifting of 20 Bushmaster armoured vehicles, including 2 ambulance variants, and 6 M777 howitzers with ammunition to aid the government of Ukraine. In terms of combat vehicles, Australia has already delivered Ukraine 28 M113AS4 tracked armoured APCs, armoured personnel carrier, vehicles and 90 Bushmaster 4x4 protected mobility vehicles. The Bushmaster is a highly mobile, ballistics mine and improvised explosive device, IED, blast-resistant protected mobility vehicle, PMV, designed and manufactured by Thales Australia. It enters into service with the Australian Army in 1997. The design of the Bushmaster is standard for a modern wheeled combat vehicle with an engine at the front, crew cabin in the middle, and troops compartment at the rear. The APC, Armored Personnel Carrier, version has a crew of 2 including a driver and commander. The rear part of the vehicle can accommodate up to 8 infantrymen. The monocoque hull of the Bushmaster is of all-welded steel armor construction, which provides protection from both anti-vehicular and anti-personnel mines containing up to 9.5 kilograms of TNT, together with protection from 5.56 and 7.62 mm small arms fire. The vehicle can be armored to provide protection from 5.56 and 7.62 mm armor-piercing rounds using a composite appliqué armor kit. The underbody of the Bushmaster hull has been specially designed using V-hull technology to deflect mine blasts. Russia seems to be in retreat everywhere in Ukraine on day 245 of the war in Ukraine. The Russian military continues to be on retreat across the battlefield, with the situation in the south in the vicinity of Kherson deteriorating fast. The Russian command continues to pull troops from the western bank of the Dnipro River under pressure from the advancing Ukrainians. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian forces continue to advance in the east toward Svadov, another key logistical hub. The Russian casualties overall, the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense claimed that as of Wednesday, Ukrainian forces have killed approximately 68,900 Russian troops, and wounded approximately thrice that number, destroyed 271 fighter, attack, and transport jets, 248 attack and transport helicopters, 2,628 tanks, 1,686 artillery pieces, 5,351 armored personnel carriers and infantry fighting vehicles, 379 multiple launch rocket systems, MLRS, 16 boats and cutters, 4,076 vehicles and fuel tanks, 192 anti-aircraft batteries, 1,379 tactical unmanned aerial systems, 149 special equipment platforms, such as bridging vehicles, and 4 mobile Iskander ballistic missile systems, and 350 cruise missiles shot down by the Ukrainian air defenses. Partisan activity within Russia for months now, a series of mysterious fires and explosions have been taking place within Russia. The fact that the fires and explosions seem to target military installations and facilities or the defense and aerospace industry makes it highly likely that they are taking place in response to Russian President Vladimir Putin's illegal war in Ukraine. There was also the case of Belarusian dissidents sabotaging the railroad system in their country to prevent it from ferrying Russian troops and supplies to the front lines in the first phase of the war, during which the Russian forces attacked Kyiv. On the 24th of October 2022, the governor of Russia's Belgorod region announced that an explosive device had damaged the railway near the village of Novozayskovo, approximately 15 kilometers from the Russia-Belarus border. The line is the main rail link between Russia and southern Belarus, the British military intelligence assessed in its latest estimate of the war. Although the vast majority of the explosions and fires remain unattributed, one group, Stop the Wagons, has been claiming responsibility for attacks against the Russian railway system. Thanks for listening. See you the next video.